Hello and welcome to the second part of this episode, Story Behind the Story on tourism. I would like to start off now with cruise. Cruise Bab, Gaurish Bab has brought up this topic, and I had brought it up earlier also about shacks. See, all of us, my one thing is very clear. Tourism business in Goa should be run by Goans.
Goans, correct.
Right? But a lot of the tourism business is not run by Goans, and the people employed in the tourism business are also not Goans. Now, I'm not going into legalities, illegalities, it is sold. But whatever it is, whatever business has to come by Goans. Now,
Right.
shacks, they were the face of tourism once upon a time, not anymore. But once upon a time, cruise.
No, I still say it is. It is. I still say it is.
You can attack me on that, no problem. But shacks were the actual Goa. You know that USP, that Goa. You forget about for tourists, even for locals, Goa. But today, half of the shacks, you go to that north belt, one guy will be blasting at 10 music, next guy has to beat. So you will. There are 5 shacks blasting at what music and what is this? That means they are not locals who are running the shacks.
No, but where is
you go to see they are the owners.
Where is the enforcing authority? Where is the
Exactly.
They have to now see.
It's our business. We have to increase the business. We have to be our own enforcing
Exactly,
authority.
but
I feel no.
There is no proper policy. I'm saying since beginning, I've been
No,
fighting.
but you agree that this is happening?
Of course, this is happening. Why this is happening? Because there is no implementation of the law. Because if you go to the beach, there are people who manages with this. There are. Otherwise, see, otherwise you have to have a proper policing on the beach. You have to have a police on the beach whole night and then stop it. Why can't they stop?
Tourism polices have already sanctioned, no? But it's not
sanctioned,
happening.
but it is not. They are not there on the beach. But why they are not stopping? And then there is a lot of competition in the shack. They play loud music, and there are complaints also. I know there are a lot of complaints. Complaints have come to me also. But I am helpless. I cannot just go on the beach and say, you stop it. This has been going on quite a long time. But sometimes even police are there. You won't believe. Even there are officers coming to the beach and they want to sit right on the beach. Yeah, right on the beach where the water comes. No, they demand we want a table on the beach. Now you tell me officer is coming and you won't believe, even one judge came to me in my shack and said, I want to sit on the beach. Can I say no to him? He's from Hyderabad. Can I say no to him? He's obviously treated as VIP.
Hey,
so now lot of people are coming and they say, okay, beach is free, we can do whatever we want. Lifeguard have been beaten up. Shack owners have been beaten up. Who is taking action? Nobody is taking action. So we require enforcing authority on the beach. Very, this is not happening.
We have tourism police other than
Yeah,
they are not doing their job.
this
They are not
is
doing
something
the job.
that I have also noticed on the beaches. I am not, because South Goa we don't go, but North Goa beaches, it's packed. Even off season, on season, 3-4 seasons we have been seeing packed. Cops are there. Fights are happening. Unless it's really serious, they don't interfere. One, people are driving vehicles on the beach.
Exactly.
Like people will be dancing, people remove knives out, drinking on the beach. Put photographs of 31st and people drinking and sleeping on the beach.
Now we have been targeted, saying that shack owners are protecting all these beach hawkers, beach sellers, masseurs. Now there are no shacks on the beach. Now all masseurs are there, beach hawkers are there, everybody is there. Who is protecting them? When shacks are there, everybody is targeting shacks, but now there are no shacks. Who is protecting them now?
Gaurish Baba, I wanted, you started also.
there's a racket basically.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say
But very low level racket.
Low level racket who bring, it's very systematic. They come in vehicle, they have been dropped there, they have been given certain areas, evening they have been picked up. I don't disagree, but one thing I disagree is when they come to fight with the government, they come as an association, all economists, and we have to put some disciplines among the shacks. They are separate. Means they come, some Delhiite runs, some people are non-Goan runs, who is not been allotted a shack. There the problem arises because they just want to see the monetary benefit. Whereas what concept was there of shacks during the hippie days was
That's
the
what-
family was involved.
Correct.
The lady of the house used to cook. They used to ask you, what do you want, spicy or do you want, and that was the USP of Goa, as you rightly said earlier.
Yes.
You know, that concept has diluted
Gone.
and that's gone. Now it's become more like a commercial place, like any other hotel.
Yes, correct.
Shacks on the beach, like Kalangboot Beach, Anjuman, Bollywood music. I was like, what? This guy will play one, he will play louder.
Now louder than yes, correct. It's happening. on
Nilesh
the
Bab,
beaches.
you are the boss. TTH is the prime association. किसे म्हणता तू?
See what we are, we need to address all these challenges.
But
So
these
main
small
thing
challenges,
is, I agree. So
small
main
things
thing
are-
is the authority. Now, unfortunately, when you give any suggestion, it comes to haunt you. I don't want to tell you in detail, but those are the facts of a life. So pollution control is coming out with certain norms. So what they are trying to do is they have already fixed up the sound meters at all the major beaches in the Goa, and they are going further up also, and they have monitoring system in pollution control, and they have given into that respective police office about the sound availability, means that what you call decibel sound, the monitoring system which is there. So sitting here, they can know that particular area what is the sound. If any complaint comes, they will come to
Which
immediately,
area?
and it is recorded, which cannot be shared. Of course, there will be resistance from all the sides, but then pollution control is already put in that system. Yesterday there was a meeting of pollution control where TTG is part of it, and they showed that system. It is a very good system wherein you can actually lively see. So they are not restricted only to the beaches, but they have even put it to the industries where there are orange zone and red zone. So to have the correct system. So I think they are trying to put in system, but problem is, as Cruz Babu is just saying, who will implement it? Because what we see is that it has to be seriousness in implementing the systems. Now you have TTG, we have been insisting on tourist police for quite some time. So initially 2 years back, in one World Tourism Day, they announced tourism police, and they had a small batch of 70 odd. So now they are having full-fledged. Even the tourism minister has insisted around 3 months back, along with to the chief minister, to have a SP level police who will be monitoring the on the touristic area. So unless you have a proper monitoring, and there has to be fear of law. Now problem what happens is, we have a thing that we can buy and do anything. Now if that perception needs to go. Like in Mumbai, you don't see the traffic police being abused or abusing his authority where we see it in Goa. Like if you see in today's only in the social media, it is there. One of the person from Punjab has complained that how he was harassed at local, and what we see for tourists have been harassed for unnecessary things. Like he is taking local guy's vehicle for we are talking about 2-wheelers or 5, and irrespective has been their stop. Now the stop, it has to be done at first point when you are giving him the vehicle. Person who gives him, he has to have the authority. Similarly, in the budget in March, they have announced that any vehicle entering will give them a sticker, which was a idea from white paper which TTAG came out 3 years back, which was suggested to them. We don't see the implementation of it. We just see everything on the paper. So what we request is there has to be a proper implementation of the rules and regulation, and it has to be done in true spirit. It should not be for harassment, or it should not be. It has to be for the betterment of the industry. Because one thing we have to be very, very clear: the sustainability is the key, and sustainability is going to be very, very challenging in days to come for various reasons. Because we see the competitions, we see the overall the type of completion or type of people getting into the industry. So there are a lot of challenges. So right now roads we talk about. So roads needs to be done immediately, because we see the season is about to start, and the city roads itself are in pathetic conditions. So this small things has to be looked into it. The changing rooms on the beach, other places. Another thing is of the glass bottles which are being crushed in the. So even they are trying to evolve system wherein they will charge, like in Himachal they have started charging for any bottle you take, you charge 5 rupees or 10 rupees, and when you give back you get that money back. So even third person who sees the bottle goes, he gets that money back. So some system needs to be evolved, and I think it is work in progress. But what we see is that it has to be done on top priority if industry needs to be sustained.
Yeah, Nasbab, now I want to, the thing, what is happening is, see, people will come to Goa any which way. Whether now, okay, at least for the foreseeable past, as long as we are alive and probably are. But what will happen, see, like Shimla, Himachal, now this 70-30, 30 which is going to high end and 70 which is going low end. This high end 20-30, I don't think that will get affected. What will get squeezed out is the majority of Goans who are doing the middle part. Why? Because the 70 will become more. And I had not taken 70, I had not taken the middle part of it, I had included it. That, like shacks or 2-star, 3-star, they are going to get squeezed out. I feel if certain things like, see, what is our USP? Our USP, despite whatever political, these are made, it is our culture, it is the people, it is what Goa is all about. That is our USP. That's why people come from all over the world here. But if that goes, like people start drinking on the beach, fighting, girls started getting harassed, and that xenophobic sort of a thing is done. The middle level, see, the top level people are not going to get affected. They will come, go into the bottom level are going to, but what's going to happen to the main Goan tourism? The middle.
My biggest worry is that the international inbound tourism may die.
It'll stop.
We may become like a Shimla.
Exactly.
Where in Shimla you have 100% domestic tourists.
But
we have to remember that initially when the foreign charters started coming in, it was because of the shacks. A lot of English clients would come in and use the shacks, whether they were staying in a guest house or in a 5-star.
And they used to come regularly.
And they used to build a relationship with the shack owners, and that's how the tourism, word of mouth, and they promoted Goa's tourism, and you had loads of charter flights coming into Goa. Now it's dwindling for whatever reason, mainly because today if you go to the beach, whether you want to do water sports, who's running the water sports? Who are the touts who are calling you? They're asking me, I'm from Kalangot, they ask me if I want a ride on the,
It takes me, they'll speak to me in Hindi.
Yeah, they speak to me. I say, we are from here. Now you don't find Goans anymore there. So if you don't find any Goan, that Goan touch which was there earlier, in the early years, especially with the foreign tourists, is missing. Because sorry to say, but the workers who are working here from neighboring states, they don't know how ethics of how to handle a guest, how to talk to a guest. Sometimes they're very abusive.
That hospitality is missing.
It's gone.
Why it is gone? Because of faulty policy. Yeah, I'm really. See, now people left Goa because they are not. They can't do business in Goa. People are going away from Goa. Goans are leaving Goa.
I don't know.
Now it's our time to leave after 60 if this is not done properly. Yeah.
I disagree.
I also completely disagree.
No, but after 60, what I'm going to do? I've been doing this for last 35 years. So now suddenly they say stop. What is this? Is not.
We have developed tourism in such a level that it has gone far beyond old days.
Yeah.
Now, first thing is we don't get labor here. Our gone boys and girls, they're fluent in English. They're immediately getting a job on cruise or somewhere else, and they pick up a job abroad because they are paid well there. Yeah. So our hotels have also gone up so many, there are so many keys which have been added. Everywhere you find all 5 stars are coming in Goa. So we need to get more and more people from outside. We are all dependent, like you and Anna said, Hindi speaking or non-Goan. We need to be dependent on them. We can't run with only. There's no choice. Otherwise you can't run a hotel.
Or any business.
Yes. So we are left with them. Now,
let me interrupt. Today Goa, the department is talking about
Skilling.
No, upmarket tourism. If you are talking about upmarket tourism,
this will not work.
Yeah, then you have to get the right type of people to work.
Correct.
If you bring a guy who's uneducated to handle upmarket tourists, he'll walk out of the hotel. He'll walk out of the shack. The difference, what I'm saying is, in a shack, Cruz, correct me if I'm wrong, in a shack, a client who was staying in a guest house sits next to a client who is staying in a 5-star. I'm talking about foreign clients.
Absolutely.
That is missing today in Goa.
Yeah, that's gone. It's not there only.
That is missing.
But how can you stop somebody sitting and paying the same
No,
amount?
we're not
No,
going
he's
to
not talking about that. He's not talking about
I'm not
that.
talking about that.
ecosystem is
Yeah.
changed on that.
No, no, but
No, because no, what happens is because in our shacks today you have this loud blasting music. Hey, sir, kya chahiye? No way of approach. Very few owners are running the shacks. The
I
approach is
don't
not
think
there.
Cruz
No?
will agree with you on that.
No, I say still there are about more than 70% people are running shacks.
This is-
Go on.
No, but if you come to
Yes,
North
yes.
Goa, I don't
North
agree.
Goa,
No,
Baba,
this is-
we are talking about North. We are not talking about
We'll
the
have a
South.
surprise
Check.
inspection. Okay?
No, you don't do
You and
surprise
me,
inspection
both of
from
you
your
go
side.
to night time.
You don't do surprise inspection from your side. You come here, come in my car.
Yes, okay, then we'll go.
This
Both
is
of
the
us will go.
challenge. You know,
And-
this is the
no,
challenge I had given our late CM about people drinking and cooking on Miramar Road.
Yeah, yeah.
He was insisting, no. I said, you come with me in my car, not your king, and we'll see. After that thing fine
now
came out.
they have stopped, they are finding, the policing is
Because
on.
of the arguments we had with him. At least
But
he would listen.
Cruz's association should be a little serious because they come together to fight, but they
No.
don't go there and stop those non
See,
people who
I
have
am
been giving
correcting
it
you
supply.
because see, we have been asking the government include us into policy making decisions. Okay, we are missing in the board, tourism board.
No, no, that
We
is
are-
separate.
we are-
Policy making and running the shacks, you know.
No, but
Because
yeah,
you have given
see,
a shack
no,
in,
if
in
you-
the name of Cruz and it's been run by somebody else, that is not acceptable.
No,
You
you
know-
know, Gaurish Bab, what happens? Sorry, Cruz, but what happens now? For example, like I have been given the check. Okay, I have like good contacts, and I'm just lucky, maybe whatever. But my name is there, but in partnership with some
X,
XYZ.
But
Exactly.
still,
That is the
you
thing.
still now tell me one thing. Now there are people who are now close to 60. There are people
okay,
who
on the
close
60
who crossed 60.
Correct.
Now if they have been thrown out by lottery
My son
system.
is there, no?
No, no, but he is not experienced. No, he doesn't have experience.
You take experience of the father.
No, they are not giving. No.
No, no, you can apply in the son's name.
Yeah,
Who,
and
who
get
stops the
experience.
father
No,
from
you
being there?
can't. You
No,
can't.
no.
He has to apply as a fresher.
Fresher, within 10%.
Ah, okay.
Then he's been working with the father. They were running one check, but he's displaced.
Nilesh Bab, is this a big problem?
See, basically,
This is that's why I'm saying, you take us into confidence when you're forming the policy. This is all, why this is all failed. How this Goa's, this all.
See, there has to be a proper study when we say a lot of Goans moving out of the businesses. So why it's happening?
Stress, man.
I think
That's
that
what I
that-
said.
No, another thing,
Can
that
you
we have
tell
to
me,
look into
now
it
people
very
like
seriously.
me,
That we need to look very seriously.
see, you're telling me that the shacks cannot sublet.
Correct.
But all the hotels, guest houses to are run by Goans, they are subletting. I can show you so many number of hotels, guest houses which have been sublet to outsiders. And many times these outsiders, half of the season they disappear without even paying the owners money.
now the reason because of they think that they can sell drugs in check and make fast money. This is told by Delhi's to me. I'll come to Goa, give me 3 years check, I will make money and go back. This is what their intention is.
I think most of them go broke with that. That is just.
No, I think we need to have a proper structure taking Goans into confidence. So when we are talking about shacks, that is one part. So even when they were talking about developing hinterland tourism or ecotourism, as a TTG, our take was clear that if you are going into any village who wants to develop and hinterland tourism, please take those locals into confidence.
Correct.
Are
Correct.
they interested into having that tourist? One part, and secondly, carrying capacity, because what we see in Kalangut, that last time when you have visited or Gaurish Bhai has visited or Anas has visited, staying in Kalangut, we can ask him when he's visited. His business is into that.
My mom is from Kalangut. I went to Kalangut about few months back after 20 years. Yeah. Arey,
So
what that
why
Pretoria-
this? In fact, see, we everybody of us, everybody of
25 years.
Yeah, don't
See,
feel
my
like it's Goa.
worry is
Our ancestral house is there in
Glenn
Para.
Bab, what
no,
how do you go there?
my worry is hinterland tourism.
Will become like
No, I don't want hinterland tourism to become Kolwa or Kalangut.
Yeah, it will.
If you allow,
It will.
So
idea is, I'll tell you
all
the-
these GTTC
that's
hotels
why I'm
and all
saying,
where there are how
policy,
many goes
they-
are running?
So what we
Yeah.
are looking into
they have to
is
implement.
Implement it.
so basically there has to be a proper systemic understanding of the Goan ethos, because our industry is running because as for the people, Goan people, we are involved in it. Now, earlier also I debated that I don't see Konkan as a threat as far as hospitality industry is concerned, because Goan has a uniqueness to offer, which is not, it is within us too, within inbuilt on us, it is in our blood that we are able to offer certain things which is not comes overnight. It will take overall period of time, actually to develop into the level which Goa has reached. Goa is best of hotels in the world. Goa is a place where even with a 500 rupees guy can survive, means he can come and enjoy his holiday, and of course up to 5 lakhs also he can go and enjoy per night in Goa. So we have the infrastructure in place in this, but to continue that or build on that, I think we require proper systems in place. We require bring in that local ethos back, take locals into confidence, because many times we see unfortunately with WhatsApp in his university, we find certain things which take to extreme when nothing has actually happened. Person from UK giving us advice what to do, what not to do. So I think all those things we have to understand as an industry, because it's easier to say that government needs to do this, government needs to do that. I am taking on to certain things as an industry. Yes. As an industry, for ourselves, see, we are not running our industry for governments. Let's be very, very clear. Absolutely. We are running industry for our survival, for people who are there with us. So we need to develop systems which is for sustainability of the industry, how we can do it. And of course, if we are good in our thought processes, I think nobody can stop us into implementing things which can have the sustainability of industry. Because what I fear is the sustainability, because that is going to be challenged. Like we are talking about the small hotels, they are having a problem, and mind you, even the bigger hotels can have challenges. What rates they were offering year back, they are already 25-30% less than what they were offering earlier. Okay, so they have their own challenges. So everybody has their own set of challenges which each one addresses as an industry. But as overall as a Goa tourism, if we need to grow, I think we require a proper system in place. Certain things which everybody knows, it's in public domain, what's required, what not required. You don't require panelists to be brought in, everybody knows it, but somehow we don't see way forward. And as far as tourists is concerned, I think earlier also we said we require well-behaved tourists into Goa. So if that comes, I'm not talking about rich tourists, poor tourists. As long as we get well-behaved tourists into Goa, they enjoy. Goans make money, because ultimately everybody is in business of making money. And there is a system in place where nobody is harassed. Locals, their viewpoint is taken care of when their privacy is not encroached on, and tourists enjoys his holidays and goes back with the happy memories. So I think these challenges are there. And again, this is not only happening in Goa. We have to understand that locals and tourist clashes. Recently there was a report even in Italy, in France, all those places where the locals also finding very difficult to cope up with the tourists. So they are even in Spain. So these challenges are there, but we have to evolve with the system and we have to sustain our industry.
Yeah, Gaurish Bab, one thing I wanted to say is that, see, Goa is beautiful. People come there because what Goa is. One, infrastructure, beaches, XY hinterland, but what it needs is some logic. What it needs is a plan that, for example, after 30 years, after 40 years, where we will be. Don't you think that this is something that we need to, because see, most governments or whatever party, I'm not talking about, they are only looking at 4 years and 1 year for election. So 4-year plan, the 4-year plan is not going to work, don't you think?
Our government, what has happened is, I'm not speaking on behalf of government.
No,
whatever I know, being
in
committee of various tourism departments. So what has happened is, there are a lot of proposals which are in pipeline now. For an example, Sakli Kerim area, the Goa tourism has got a huge area which is now being leased out to develop that area into a tourism hub. Like a full restaurant, restrooms, water sports, and all those things will happen there. Again, you talk about the forts which are there now. The Fort Aguada, that is totally been renovated and opened out. Yeah, the Raj Magus is already done. So we have got Tiragol Fort, which is already done. We have the old secretariat now in Panjim, which is presently occupied by Academy. That can be developed into a museum. There was a proposal in the last meeting of having a floating museum in Panjim. So there are certain things which will go for continuous long, apart from regular tourism. What Nilesh has told, churches, temple, beach and sand, all those, apart from there we'll have additional facilities which will take much more, the tourism. See, once you come with a family, everybody has got choice of things to do. Somebody can go in casino, somebody can go in church, temple, somebody can go in museums. So you have a lot of choice. As Goa, we are blessed with good people around, good food. Different you choice. Ask the menu. The vegetarian gets beautiful vegetarian menu. The non-veg, the Chinese, every menu is available in Goa. So that way, if as Nilesh said, if we have right policies and if people like Cruz take it further from the shack,
we are ready.
This is our state, our shack,
Yes.
and our people and our
is that
tourism.
only. We have to take
I agree with you.
We have to, you cannot blame the government because government is here for only
Government will
5
come and-
years. That person may change, the next person.
Actually,
but
4
it's
years.
our
1
duty.
year election.
Why Singapore is developed so much? You can't even eat a chewing gum there. It's because one leader who has made the policy and people have supported him. Here we need to support. You cannot make bugs for few 1 year or 2 years and run away. No, you don't give them the place. Let Goans come forward. Let Goans do it.
We
100%.
We'll take their support.
I am happy. First time Rohan have said in assembly that shack owners are ambassadors. The
But
first
they
time.
always were. Why he had to say?
No, but he has recognized us. but see, ambassadors today we are suffering as ambassadors.
No, you think you're suffering. But
No, really now see, shack should have been up.
But checks
Today,
have to
today
come up by
in
the
September,
first week
shack
of
should have been
November.
up, but
You
it's all.
open, sir, it has to come. Anyway, Cruz, I promise you this. We will have another discussion specifically on checks.
Only anytime because I have a lot to say.
Okay, sure. Because this is a more general discussion, but I think the points have come up. Nilesh, these are not something new. These points we have been discussing over the years, so as to say. Hopefully, this year it will be pushed to another level. Things can't. You know how it is. Things can't get done all at once. Slowly. But this implementation, policing, and this law and order thing, this is something
That's a
that
must.
has to
It's
be
a
done.
must.
Otherwise, we are
Has
going
to
I
to
think
be
that we should, when we talk about tourists as Atiti Devo Bhava,
Yes,
I think we should mean it, but
Treat them.
unfortunately, let's be very, very clear, it's not happening at all ends. So what we request is, even it's not that at police level they also know what's happening, but then there has to be coming from top that, if certain,
Directions, leadership.
if
Yes.
they misbehave, then they will have a problem. Because
And
you cannot
tourism
stop.
Minister, tourism minister himself came out that cops are not doing anything. He spoke to us.
Today, if
Imagine
you
what
go to
was
the
it?
beach, tourists are not safe on the beach.
No, nobody is safe. If you go there, you will probably not be safe outside your shack.
Yeah, they are not.
I mean, not so bad, but there are.
No, but
chances
see,
of
basically,
something
why
happening.
to stretch to that level?
Yeah.
Our this thing, we know what can happen with the tourism industry. If type of guests which are coming in or type of offering which can be made. Why to stretch it? Why not control it when it's possible?
Absolutely.
And
I
it is
agree.
possible. It's not that.
I don't think it's such a big problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some minor tweaking here and there, including even this taxi
Willingness.
thing. It's just even this taxi thing, minor tweaking. I think
It is
can
actually
easily be
willingness to
sorted.
do it. And one thing be very, very assured, because you're talking on taxi again. I can rest assured the taxi business, whatever they are earning X, they can, if the systems are put in, they will earn double the X plus 2, X into 2.
Locals will start using it.
Absolutely, they will earn double the money. It's only the willingness to work needs to be there, that they want to put in
They
extra
don't
effort.
realize.
They don't realize it.
None
Yeah.
of these guys, the app fellows, the Olas, they don't own vehicles.
Exactly.
It is those taxis
Exactly.
who own and who
And I
operate
think,
through
See,
them.
I'll tell you one thing that I have noticed in a lot of Goans. Besides, people come, code pin mata, you don't go to
Yeah,
think
but
what is
now
happening.
they are scared because of aggregators. They're
That's
scared.
an aggregator.
No, but why don't you sit with them and
No,
Why
it's
to
not
get them
question
on
of
board,
see what happens.
See what has happened. We have had many countless meetings with the
many
we can
taxi
we can
drivers.
see we
I know.
we
No, see,
all
what
have
happened, I'll
we
tell
have to
you.
come
it is a change
to
of
one platform
mindset.
and do it. You know,
See,
Prabhupada.
because what has happened, if he has got a charter and there are German tourists who don't know any other language, they need to have a German guide,
Interpreter.
speaking interpreter.
No.
How can you give those taxis those German people, and how they are going to go?
Now-
Look,
So
Bhakti,
need
I'll
to
tell
have a
you, it is
special
a change
vehicle.
of mindset which is required.
Okay.
Like now, I'll just take 1 minute.
Can we do
No,
that?
1 minute.
That's
See, it is
another
required change of mindset, which will happen once new gen comes into it. Now, when we talk about, suppose, when Modi ji introduced about that garbage thing, you know, that you
Yeah,
require. So we started from the school. So today you will see school kids saying even their parents don't put this thing. So
Garbage,
it is
yeah,
a systematic change, mind change. So similarly, once you have a new gen coming in, definitely they will be more open to ideas, and I think it will change.
I
But
don't
then we require to do it at the
I
earliest.
don't know if that is the solution, but I promise you we'll have a discussion on taxes. This is important. Taxes and garbage next time. But this was, I think everybody is optimistic. Few things have to be done. That hopefully with it's not such a big problem. Proper
not- it's not a-
directions given and proper supervision, which is most important. I think when can happen. And I personally feel that this season is going to be really good for
Good
Goa.
season.
Let's see if I'm right, if I'm wrong. Thanks Nilesh Bab. Thanks Cruz.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
Ernest.
you.
Thanks Gaurish Bab. Thank you. And keep watching Goa 365.